I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason. Quick warning, these are massive spoilers for the 6.0 story and the entire MSQ as a whole. If you are not up to this point in the story, I would recommend coming back and watching the video later. For now though, let's begin. I would be remiss if I didn't mention how much I'm glad that Fandaniel is dead. Oh, who am I kidding? Ding dong, the c*** is dead! Pity that I didn't get to do it myself, but whatever. Oh wait, he's used himself as a vessel to claim the primal of Zodiark. Does that mean he's a god now? Maybe I will get the chance to do it myself. Time to learn about the dark inside. Simplified. The arena will not have any walls, so try not to fall off. Zodiark will open the fight by casting Kokitos. This will reduce everyone to 1 health. This is specifically here to give first-time healers a heart attack. The cast of FFXIV will put a purple symbol on the right side of the arena that will have a triangle in the middle of it. After a few seconds, there will be a conal AoE across the arena from the location of this symbol. Everyone else will need to get to either side of the purple symbol to avoid the AoE. Getting hit by any of these AoEs will give you a vuln stack. The cast of Ania is a small circular cleaving tank buster. This tank can move to the opposite side of the arena to make sure that no one else will be hit. If you still decide to give the tank a hug during this mechanic, then you must have a death wish. The next cast of Exotericos will put a pink square on the left side of the arena that will have a square in the middle of it. After a few seconds, the half of the arena that the symbol is in front of will get an AoE on it, so you'll just need to be on the opposite side of the arena to avoid it. Again, if you get hit by any of these AoEs, you'll get a vuln stack. The cast of Paradema will create one of 2 different shades of monsters in the arena, either behemoths or vipers. The 2 behemoths will be in 2 different quadrants around the arena. These behemoths will create large circular AoEs in their respective quadrants, so you'll have to get into a non-behemoth corner to avoid the AoEs. The 2 vipers will be on the outer sides of the arena facing inwards and always be apart from each other. These vipers will shoot out straight line AoEs in front of them that will cover a quarter of the arena each, so the safe zones will be on the opposite side or in between the AoEs. Getting hit by any of these AoEs will give you a vuln stack. The cast of Phlegathon will place AoEs underneath random players. There will be 3 sets of 4 AoEs back to back, so you'll need to move around the arena to dodge them as best you can. You'll get a vuln stack per AoE you are hit by. The cast of Styx will be a multi-hit stack marker. Group up and stay grouped up until all of the hits have gone off to share the damage. There will be another cast of Paradema which will create behemoths, which will be accompanied with a cast of Exotericos, either a purple triangle or a pink square. So dodge the behemoths and stay away from the half room AoE or the conal AoE. Then Zodiark will cast complete control and a short cutscene will play. At last he has become Zodiark! There will be another cast of Paradema with the behemoths, but this time there will be a series of arrows pointing in a direction around the arena. This will twist the entire arena 90 degrees in the direction of the arrows, either left for anti-clockwise or right for clockwise, with the cast of Astral Flow. The first time this happens, all players will be fettered and lifted up as the arena turns. Every other time you will just be lifted up and you'll be able to continue attacking Zodiark. But when you're lifted up, you will be unable to move. So if you're still in an AoE when the arena finishes turning, you'll be hit by it and you'll get a vuln stack. You'll need to decipher this mechanic and know where every AoE will end up. What I do sometimes is I face Zodiark and wait for the arrows to come up. Whichever way the arrows are pointing, you'll need to turn your camera 90 degrees in the opposite direction of the arrows. So if the arrows are pointing to the left, you can turn your camera to the east, and if the arrows are pointing to the right, you can turn your camera to the west. How the AoEs are shown when you turn your camera is how the AoEs will end up after the arena finishes turning. So you'll need to quickly move your character into a corresponding safe zone before you'll be lifted into the air. Zodiark will hunch over the arena with the cast of Adakia. He will then slam his fists onto the west and east points of the arena, creating large circular AoEs. You want to make your way to the very front or the very back in the middle of the arena to avoid the hits. Getting hit by a fist will give you a hard hit and a vuln stack. There'll be another cast of Phlegathon followed by triple esoteric ray. 3 green circles will appear at the north end of the arena. The circles can spawn in one of 2 patterns. 1 in the middle and 2 on the outside, or the other way around with 2 on the outside and 1 in the middle. These will fire up the arena in straight line AoEs from their spots. You'll just need to dodge between them to avoid them. Getting hit by any of them will give you a hard hit and a vuln stack. The cast of Algadon will have Zodiark move to a front corner of the arena. He will create a massive straight line AoE diagonally across the platform. You'll need to get to the opposite corners to the ones he will be shooting through to avoid the hit. If you get hit by this, it will give you a vuln stack and a massive knockback, although you can nullify it with knockback immunity. There will be another Paradema cast with the Vipers on one side of the arena. Then Zodiark will rotate the arena. You'll have to see which way the arrows are turning the arena to judge where the safe zone will be. Again, you can turn the camera to see where the safe zones will end up. If you always have trouble with this, I'll try and help show you how I solve this easily. We are only going to focus on the middle portion of the front half of the arena. Everything else can be largely ignored. I will try to stand close to the small circle underneath Zodiark. Then I will go through this checklist. Is the AoE going from north to south or from east to west through this area? If it's going east to west, is it in the first row or the second row? If it's in the first row, move slightly across to the same side as the direction of the arrows. So if the arrows are pointing to the left, move slightly to the left, and if the arrows are pointing to the right, move slightly to the right. If it's in the second row, move slightly across in the opposite direction of the arrows. So if the arrows are pointing to the left, move slightly to the right, and if the arrows are pointing to the right, move slightly to the left. You'll be able to move just a few steps and always be in a safe zone when you get lifted up. If it's going from from north to south, you'll need to pay attention to the side the AoE is on and the direction of the arrows. If the arrows are going in the same direction as the side the AoE is on, you'll need to move back into the second row. So if the AoE is on the left and the arrows are pointing to the left, or if the AoE is on the right and the arrows are pointing to the right, move back slightly. If the arrows are going in the opposite direction to the side the AoE is on, you'll need to move forward into the first row. So if the AoE is on the left and the arrows are pointing to the right, or if the AoE is on the right and the arrows are pointing to the left, move forward slightly. This is the easiest way that I've found to solve the Viper mechanic with the turning platform. So just quickly to go over it: east to west, first row, same direction as the arrows; east to west, second row, opposite direction as the arrows; north to south, arrow pointing towards the AoE, move into the second row; north to south, arrow pointing away from the AoE, move into the first row. This way you don't need to worry about which way anything is turning, and you can just follow the quick checklist and move 2 or 3 steps to be in a safe zone. Following this will be the cast of Astral Eclipse. When this cast finishes, Zodiark will become untargetable and begin to fly around the outside of the arena. It will create 3-star constellations that will be tethered with arrows to the middle of the arena. The stars of these constellations will cause the middle point of that part of the arena to be hit with an AoE after a short amount of time has passed. The first constellation is always the same. The circles on the northwest and west points on the arena will always be safe. However, you'll need to look up and pay attention to the second and third constellations to see which of the two that they are. If it's a square of 4 stars, then the corners of the arena will be hit, so the safe zones will be on the sides and in the middle. And if it's a plus pattern of 5 stars, then the middle areas and the middle of the arena itself will be hit, so the safe zones will be the corners. Just try your best and dodge the AoEs as best you can. Getting hit by any of these AoEs will give you a harsh hit and a Volt stack. There will be another multi-hit stack marker, so group up as much as possible. Then it will be another Cocky Toss cast and drop everyone to 1 health. Healers, get ready to heal up a storm. Then it will be a pink square cast of FFXIV along with the Adakia cast of punching the sides of the arena. You'll have to make sure that you get right up the front or right up the back, and then on the opposite side of the arena to the pink square to avoid both AoEs. After this is the cast of Trimorphos FFXIV. This will put 3 icons of either the purple triangle or the pink square on the west, south, and east sides of the platform. They will have a random order that they are placed and will go off one at a time, so make sure that you pay attention and dodge each one accordingly. There will also be another cast of Exoterikos with the purple triangle on either the west or east side of the arena. Then Zodiark will cast Triple Esoteric Ray right after this. The first set of Esoteric Rays and the Conal AoE will go off at the same time, so you'll need to get into a safe zone away from the Conal AoE as well as dodging between the straight line AoEs as best you can. From here, mechanics will begin to repeat until Zodiark has been defeated. Congratulations, you have defeated Zodiark. My name is The Scrub. Thank you for watching.